Hey there, I'm Krista. I am the photographer for Golightly Cashmere, and we just wanted to make a video about how to clean your cashmere and why it's important to clean it on a regular basis. So I wanted to get Haley, the founder of Golightly, and get all of her special expertise on the topic.
The thing about pilling and the thing about moths, first of all, the thing about pilling has to do with the quality of the cashmere itself. The shorter the fiber, the more likely it is to pill, and the shorter the fiber, the less quality of the cashmere there is. So we are certain that we get the best cashmere the world has to offer. So longer fiber, it comes from Scotland. The guys go there with their microscope and they inspect for the long fibers. That's what we're looking for. Pilling occurs around this tiny speck of dust or dirt. So the little round ball comes from finding a little piece of dirt and rolling around on it. The reason that, and people always get this wrong, they think that the moths are eating the cashmere. They're not eating the cashmere, it's larvae, and it's not the moths themselves actually, it's the larvae that the female lays into the cashmere. The larvae eat their way out by eating the tiny dust and dirt particles in the cashmere.
Oh, okay.
So that's another reason to keep your sweater or your hat clean so that the moth doesn't find attraction to the dust and dirt. Basically. Okay. If your cashmere smells like dirt and dust, it's the most ideal place for a female to be attracted to by a male too. If the cashmere smells like lavender or rose or cedar, something strong, then her pheromones are masked and the male cannot find her. She cannot lay the eggs. The larvae cannot eat their way to life through your cashmere.
Okay.
So that's why you wash it. It's just to avoid the moths, avoid the pilling. Also, just
keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
So dry clean only, not necessarily. I think people tell you that because they want to take away the responsibility of telling you to wash it and then you ruining it and then blaming whoever told you that you could wash it for your mistake. We disagree with that. We think that you all are capable people and can wash your own cashmere. We just want to make sure you do it correctly. So what we have here is the watch cap stained with ketchup. And before we just start into the wash, we're going to do a preliminary spot clean. And we have a secret for everybody, and it's the one thing that will work, and it's safe on the cashmere. We're going to prove it to you right now. And the answer for that is Dawn. We're just going to squirt a little bit on the stain itself, like this, and rub it. We're going to actually watch it disappear as we do it.
Oh, so you do it when the beanie is dry?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be wet. You can just do this. It's actually better just to get in there and kind of manually do this. This is what you want. It's just very light, sort of, rub around like that. And you may be able to see that it's actually just pretty much disappearing. The thing about when this thing gets wet is it's going to want to stretch. The most important thing that you want to do is not wring it too harshly. Remember, it's an animal fiber, and it's not that it's alive, but it still functions in a way that has a little bit of a life. I would just leave it just like that. It looks like the stain is more or less gone. The more you do this, the more it's going to start to become felted, so you don't want to overdo it. You just want to get enough of it in order to get the stain out. But it's not just any washing machine, it's a front-loading machine. You don't want to recommend a top loader on this.
Okay.
And that's because that central agitator is unpredictable. We're not sure how it's going to stretch the cashmere, possibly felt it. It's just a wild card. So if you have a front-loading machine, it's safe to wash your cashmere in the machine. We finally have come up with our formula. We call it the Cashmere Clean, available at golightlycashmere.com. It works to make your cashmere smell amazing when it comes out. And this one is especially formulated with cedar and rosewood. If you don't have Cashmere Clean, you can always use baby shampoo. And if you want to add a little bit of conditioner, that can actually help to soften the cashmere even more.
That makes sense because it's an animal fiber.
Right. Cool. So I'm just going to turn on the machine. I'm going to turn it to the delicate hand wash. Hand wash wool is a little bit heavier than delicate, so I'm just going to do it in delicate. Throw it in. Oops. Just give a little bit, probably like a dime size. Hardly any for one hat. Maybe a dime for each item that you put in there. Close it and start. It looks like the washer is finished. Let's see how well our spot treatment did on the hat. Wow. It looks pretty good. I can't seem to find that spot anywhere. It smells really good. There we have it. Just like that. Now I'm going to lay it flat to dry and I have a fresh new hat.
So if you don't have a front-loading washing machine, you're going to want to hand wash your cashmere.
I find the bathtub to be the most simple way to go because it's got the most amount of space. So I'm filling it up with a little bit of warm water and using the cashmere cream to make a little soapy base. And it smells, can you smell it from here?
Oh yeah, I like it.
Yeah. And I'm just going to leave it in it. Right, so I'm just going to be gentle with it and just give it a little bit of, this is going to help with getting all the dust and dirt out of there. If I had any specific stains that I knew about and I didn't think it needed the Dawn, I might just come in here and go like this to something, but I don't have anything. This is just a maintenance wash.
Okay. Really very gentle.
It's pretty gentle.
Jazz hands.
Okay. A little bit of that, a little bit of this. Not a lot of pulling out. I'm not going to drag it out and make all the water stretch it out in a kind of weird way.
Okay.
So I just kind of leave it like this, just kind of do a little hand agitation. And then when it's time, which is
Now.
more or less now, we're going to start draining the water is going to go out, and then I'm going to use the rinse to get all the soap out. But I can do all of this without wringing it. If I were to pull it out, I would do it in a way that I was not going to stretch it.
So you're more squeezing it, not wringing
You're
it.
squeezing it, you're not wringing it. Just think of it like a live object, and everything you do to it is going to have an effect. So you want to be gentle. That's it. This may want to make you invest in a front-loading washing machine. Nobody has this kind of luxury time to do this sort of thing, but you. So now I'm ready to take it out, and how am I going to get all that water out of there? I'm just going to gently squeeze it. I'm not wringing it. That's about as much as I'm willing to push it. So I'm just going to go like this.
Do you ever put cashmere in a dryer?
You can, and we do. We're a little bit afraid to recommend it, but it's almost like when you get your hair done and you can sit under the dryer, it sets it, so everything kind of stabilizes and stays in place. In fact, that's another benefit of machine washing, is that then it comes out having spun all the water out, and it's not in a funny shape, so you can set it at that point. So I'm just going like this, and now I'm going to roll it up. And sort of...
It's a fun little...
Isn't it fun?
It's like one of those desserts, I can't remember the name of it.
But you can feel the water coming out as you're rolling, and you're just kind of pushing and squeezing it out. This is loving ginger care for the cashmere sweater, and I can feel that I took a lot of the water out. The towel is pretty wet, And now I would probably get a drier towel. I can actually feel it. Can you feel it? How it's kind of dry?
Oh yeah. This is gonna dry in no time.
And in the knitting world, this is called blocking. And you would actually shape at this point your sweater back to the exact dimensions that you want it to be. So if your arms stretched out a little bit, you might kind of make them shorter. Because however it dries is how it sets. So, but it looks pretty good to me.
Just leave it like on a towel like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Get all the wrinkles out, like smooth them out.
Yep. And you can smell the cashmere clean. It smells really good. You can smell it from here.
That's super good. Is that it? That's
Pretty simple.
That's it. All right. Well, thanks for watching our cashmere clean video. Bye.